lot of us have a memory tied to a song or maybe even a guitar. Well, there's a new exhibit at the Tampa Bay History Center that shows how one instrument tells the story of America and how we got here. Rodney Kite Powell from the History Center is here to tell us more about what we can expect at this exhibit. So welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning. Thank you.
Yeah, always fun when you're here. I always learn something new.
Good.
So let's talk about this. So the guitar and how it's weaved through American history. So what's the connection there?
Well, the connection is, of course, we have a history that goes prior to Europeans, for thousands of years. But with the arrival of Europeans in the 1500s, among the first instruments that was brought here was kind of this early Spanish version of a guitar, actually in St. Augustine in the 1570s. Wow. And so, really from that point on, the guitar and the growth of the guitar music and the growth of America have really been tied together.
Wow, and so it starts there, and then we have an electric guitar here.
Modern times.
And then so does it go all the way up to modern times?
It does, and so it really, it kind of looks at the growth of music, the growth of culture, and how the guitar has really reflected a lot of that culture. And so obviously more modern stuff you think about the 1960s and rock music and things like that, but even back at the turn of the 20th century, of all things, the ukulele was something that really developed a lot of culture in Hawaii. And then by the 19-teens and 20s, Hawaiian music with the ukulele became among the most popular music in all of the United States,
really?
Believe it or not.
Wow.
And that's actually kind of why the electric guitar was invented.
That's so interesting. So we're looking at video of the exhibit here. So there are actual guitars, and then there's also videos, photographs.
Exactly, exactly. So there are a lot of different video segments, and it's kind of neat because the video screens are in amplifiers.
Oh, very cool.
And so it shows, rhythm and blues music. It shows country music, of course, rock music and acoustic, everything. And it really shows that development of the guitar. And again, it reflects the changes in American society, whether it is, the blues and how that reflects, kind of Jim Crow South and the great migration from a lot of African Americans from the South to the North and creating blues music, country music and how popular that became. And then again, the electric guitar. There's actually one of the first, what they call the Rickenbacker frying pan guitar from 1932. Wow. And it was a lap steel guitar. And they electrified the guitar because the other instruments in music became too loud. And the acoustic guitar...
Well, that's ironic.
Exactly, right?
Right.
And so, but the acoustic guitar being played couldn't be heard over drums and other things. And so to make the guitar louder, it had to get bigger. Right. Or become electrified, and that's what they did.
And that's what they did. So is there anything that surprised you? So this is a traveling exhibit.
Yes.
And it's there at the museum for how long?
It's at the History Center through May 3rd.
Through May 3rd. So is there one thing in there that surprised you the most or that might surprise visitors the most?
I think it is how early the electric guitar was actually developed. I think we think about it being from the 50s and 60s, Buddy Holly or other things, but to go back in the 30s, and then because of the popularity of Hawaiian music, of all things, that people wanted to hear that sound.
Isn't that interesting?
And then it, from there, exploded again through the 60s and then into today.
Wow. Okay, so if someone wants to find you or find the website to get the hours and all that good information, how can we do that?
It's TampaBayHistoryCenter.org. We have all the information. We're open every day except for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And come on down right on Water Street.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.